Yeah, I know. I can't read unless you're coming back to me. What you doing then?
Sitting on my desk in my office, we're going back there to meet Jane. I didn't want to risk tearing
Did
around.
Leo get all Did he say hi to the shop?
It's recorded.
Is it? Oh, right.
But it wasn't in, such broad terms. We were talking about specific things we liked about your poetry.
Oh, like what?
Oh,
I gotta hear this. I gotta hear this. Like what?
Well, we were talking about particularly the way you've got these wonderful verbal echoes within your poetry. And the way you keep building up to these high... Not yet.
Wait a second, what are your names?
Oh, this is only 2 seconds, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm Hazel. Okay, we were probably introduced before, and I do remember him saying Hazel this and Hazel that. Now Hazel that. Now the way it goes with the face.
Right. Hi. We're doing a film this week on Cultural Affairs Mosaic, and you've come here during Cultural Affairs Week. How do you see American culture? I mean, what is American culture? Is there one?
Obviously, yes, there is, but it's really hard when you live in that country. It's really difficult to be looked upon as the representative of the entire population. And I always like to think of myself as an anomaly or some kind of an expatriate, even living in exile within the country, but yet being an expatriate. Well, naturally, I think you have to, of course, keep in mind that supposedly the United States consumes 50% of the world's resources, and it's an imperial empire. Let's face it, it is, and it's working very hard to remain that way. But we know that all empires in the past ceased to exist at some point. So there is. It's a culture of a lot of indulgence, because I'm talking from a Los Angeles perspective. There's a lot of money, there's a lot of self-indulgence, there's a lot of hedonism, there's a lot of waste, both ecological and emotional and psychic waste, I think. I think it's a culture, just my first-hand experience, although I've never had access to very much money. The culture that I see around me, that I seem to get slapped in the face with every day of my life, is one of overweening wealth and extravagant opulence. And almost kind of Raskolnikov world where everything is committed. I mean, I guess there are Caligulas that I don't associate with those kinds of people, but I know definitely that they exist, especially in the wealthier quarters, zip codes, we call them, in Los Angeles. So I can't sum it up better than that. I mean, I don't own a VCR and I don't own a compact disc. I'm going to have to wait until somebody gives me one, because they're getting a newer model, but it just seems everybody has VCRs and compact discs.
So you're back at school then?
And, well, especially in Los Angeles, because it's, I certainly consider it the media center of the United States, but the music industry and the film industry is based there. So I'm very fortunate in that if I want to see any music, my worst problem is deciding between 10 musical events, and all of them incredibly rich.
So it's very culturally rich then.
Oh, yeah.
There's this quite materialistic, hedonist culture there, but then there's so much.
Oh, absolutely. One of the things about Auckland is I have an American girlfriend who moved here about 3 years ago, and she was telling me that it's very difficult to come from Los Angeles. And it isn't just moving here to Auckland or to New Zealand, but I can tell you that what she's experiencing and having gone on tours outside of Los Angeles to other cities, even San Francisco or Toronto, which is the media center of Canada, I mean, you can only get one night a week, which you can get every night in Los Angeles. I mean, there's simply no comparison. And you become very spoiled living in Los Angeles, and then it's difficult because you can't go out every night. If that becomes a part of your lifestyle, and at least I go out almost every night in Los Angeles, and if I'm home, it's because I'm exhausted, or because I have obligations with my writing that I wasn't able to meet in the daytime. So the time that's left to me in the evening, this cultural events and social events I have to forsake them. Oh, it is, and you can come and stay with me, Hazel.
Thank you.
I've been offering an open invitation. Guy says you don't know New Zealanders, they they really do go. They really do travel, and it's really been great because almost all the New Zealanders that I've met have lived in Europe for a while. Almost all of them have been to the United States at some point, even if they were just breezing through.
They're going to be going again.
Oh, look, thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know if some of that will work because, of course, Steele's on the